Hey y'all, what's up over here? I'm sure y'all can't guess where I'm at. Taking a little road trip and checking out a couple of cool sites. One really cool site that's kind of historical within the automotive world. And we'll get to that after the intro. So I'll see you in a few. Well, we're leaving Idaho, and here is a billboard for the Warhawk Museum in Nampa, Idaho. We might go there in a future video. Can't go on a road trip without refreshments. Now those are words to live by. Fun fact, there is a country road near Caldwell that is actually named Chicken Dinner Road. And out in the town of Wilder, which is not far from Caldwell, there is a Chevy Truck Road. Now what we're looking at here was once the old Boise Outlet Mall, and there is talks about Buc-ee's coming to Idaho, and there are some, including myself, who think this would be the perfect spot for it. Now we're off of I-84 and we are just past Hagerman, Idaho, and on our way to Buell. Now we're coming up on what they call Thousand Springs, and on this little cliff there's a bunch of springs, as you can see. I'll zoom it in a little bit. There's not as many, it seems like, as there used to be. And there is a little park we can pull off and take a look at them. They are cool to see. Now there's a nice looking bump side. Well, we made it to Nevada. This is the 93. We're just stopping by on our way through to Wendover, West Wendover, which is like little Vegas. And once you get there and you cross the state line into Utah, you'll be in East Wendover. How about we go check out the casino? And when we leave here, we'll go on to Wells, Nevada, where we will head east on I-80, and that will take us to West Wendover. But if you were to continue on south, instead of taking I-80, you would end up in Las Vegas. There's Cactus Pete's over there. And we're headed into the casino. Now, Derek from Vice Grip Garage would love this. Buffalo, as he would say. Not doing good on this bonus. My last spin. You gotta be kidding me. A mobile CB shop. Now that's where I need to take the vintage Cobra radio I recently found at a yard sale to have it tested out. Well, it won't be long until we make it to our destination. Well, we're almost to Wendover, and as you can see in the distance, we're close to the salt flats. It's kind of funny how the scenery changes. Well, we're now in West Wendover, so let's check out some of the sights. This walkway that goes over the road between Montego Bay and the Nugget is kind of like the ones they have in Vegas. So this elevator, it will take us down to the casino floor of the Nugget. I'm not going to show a whole lot here, just a couple of pictures of the casino floors at the two casinos. I didn't want to do a whole lot of recording, but here's the botanical garden. When I was in Vegas, I intended to check out the botanical garden inside the Bellagio. However, I never did get around to marking that off my list. And now here is an overview of the casino floor at Montego Bay. This is where I stayed. And finally, my luck has changed. The Wild Buffalo game paid off at Montego Bay. Not too shabby. And here we are. This is Wendover Wheel. They got one down on Fremont Street, Vegas. Originally, Wendover Wheel resided at the State Line Casino, and then it was moved to the west end of town, greeting the visitors as they arrived to West Wendover. You could cross the street, but I think you got a good enough view here. We'll kind of go along to the back side. Got his little cigar or cigarette hanging out of his mouth. I think this might be double-sided. Yes, it is. So, Wendover Will is two-faced. Pretty tall. I decided to come over and get a closer look. And you can read all about Wendover Will. Here's a little bit more to look at. This is right across from the Big Cowboy, Victory Highway. See if I can bring it in so you can read it. Feel free to pause. The salt flats is where you can actually see the Earth's curvature where it disappears just past the horizon, despite that the salt flats appear to be flat, making it ideal for racing. We're here at the Bonneville Speedway today, kind of warm. So a lot of automotive history here. A lot of land speed records have been set. I even have a 200-mile-an-hour club plaque that I got in an estate sale. I thought that was pretty cool. This guy, he used to come out here and he had a lot of Bonneville stuff. I have some of the patches he had and I'm putting them on my jacket. But it's amazing to see, them cars, think of them cars going down this, and I guess it goes beyond that horizon. I don't know how far. We'll walk out here a little ways. There was a video and they said it's kind of like walking on concrete. And it is. It's pretty much just like you're walking on concrete. And I got my Bonneville Speedway, or my Rod and Custom issue from 1954. This is Bonneville Speedway. If you haven't seen the movie World's Fastest Indian with Anthony Hopkins, I recommend to check that one out. It's a good movie. This guy brought his Indian motorcycle from New Zealand back in the 60s. Here's this car coming back. Just really kind of pretty. It looks like I say, it looks like snow. But anyway, it's a good movie. You need to check it out. We'll go over to the sign. That's pretty cool. Got all the stickers there. This people's put on there. Need to get that car's pretty cool. Just really neat. I hope they don't sticker it up too much more. They've kind of taken away from the history. Well, it was cool checking out the salt flats, and I recommend you all take a trip there and check it out and see all the history. Now let's check out some of the Bonneville related content I found browsing through some of my vintage automotive magazines like Rod and Custom. And this issue of Hop Up magazine. So I'm back at the hotel, and I thought I'd show these shirts here that I got at a little station near the Speedway, Bonneville Speedway. Had to pick me up a little souvenir here. This one says Vintage Production Motorcycle Competition Coupe Sedan. Streamliners, Lakesters, Roadsters, Modified. Since 1914. Sorry, I left the size sticker on there. Now you know what size I wear in case you ever want to send me a shirt. And this one here, this was a style of pickup that came out before the bump side, like mine. I should do the old Ford as a Bonneville style car. And it just got the wording on the front, so I won't bother showing you the front. Anyway, I thought these were cool graphics. Well, it's time to head back to Idaho. It was a nice time in West Wendover, Nevada. Enjoyed myself, enjoyed seeing the salt flats, and being greeted by Wendover Will. See you next time, West Wendover. Starting the morning off right with this cup of Java to wash down this delicious pastry. Yum! We'll stop here at Love's, gonna see what they got inside and take a little pit stop, and then we'll continue on the road. So I got this cool shirt here at Love's Truck Stop and Jackpot. So I think I'll be going home. I also grabbed some of these Tahine peach rings for the road. And we have made it back to Idaho. Well, that's it for my trip to Wendover, Nevada and the Bonneville Salt Flats in Utah. And I want to thank y'all for tagging along, and please give this video a thumbs up, and please drop a comment below, and please subscribe to the channel. I'd be happy to have you as a subscriber, and please don't forget to ring that bell for notifications. And y'all take care. More content's on the way. Hubcap Dylan signing off.